Truly he is the one, he has no father or son.
Al-Hikmat Dawah Service is now offering a special Dubai and Umrah package in December 2019. A 10-day trip from December 9th to December 19th, 2019. Average cost is $3,000. The group will be led by Shaikh Shafayat. For more details, you can contact Al-Hikmat Dawah Services at 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com.
All praises are due to Allahu Allah. All praises are due to Allahu Allah. Allahu 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 Allah. Allahu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you would like to dedicate copies of one of these publications as Sadaqah Jariyah, continuous blessings for your parents or dear ones who have passed away, or fi sabilillah, in the path of Allah, please give us a call so we can place your names on these dedicated publications. You can call us at 954-986-0158, or you can also visit us at www.alhikmat.com.
Allah is the creator of different faces. Allah is the creator of all races. Allahu, 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 Allah.
Royal Bengal Trading, importer, exporter, wholesaler of Bangladeshi Indo-Pak groceries and spices. We specialize in various authentic Indian masalas, juices, flours, rices, and spices. We offer exclusive brands as Ocean Pearl, Shan, National, Tilda, Himani, and many, many more. We're located at 36B Coroni Savannah Road, Charleville, Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago. You can call us at 473-4676 or call 476-3117. Email us at wahabdk@gmail.com. Now open Sajida exclusive for all of your Islamic and casual wear. We carry a large selection of silk route and al-karam gowns, scarves, hijabs, hijab pins, and many other accessories. We have exclusive Swarovski gold-filled and sterling silver jewelry. We are located in store 143, Coroni Savannah Road, Charleville, Chaguanas, located on the opposite side of TNT Chicken Hut. For more info, you can call 328-6682 or 295-5400.
Fens, the single largest specialty retailer of residential and office furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and household items in Trinidad and Tobago. At Fens, we offer a large selection of high-quality products, honest and reliable service. We are passionate about serving you, and we're proud of the standard of excellence upheld by our knowledgeable staff, friendly delivery teams, and dedicated customer care associates. Visit Fens First, your friendly furniture, appliance, and electronic dealer since 1960.
Since 9/11, there has been a great fear of Islam.
We need Muslims, I always say, to speak up in this country.
Much of our Islamic community is perceived to be insular.
Most Americans have never met a Muslim or are not aware of having met a Muslim.
Most people don't have enough education in terms of what the entirety of Islam represents.
It's very easy to hate someone or to put stereotypes on people that you've never interacted with.
But do you think if Muslims were more integrated in society in America, in the United States of America, then there would have been less anti-Muslim scenario?
I think it's even more important that our clergy speak up. They are, after all, the moral force in our community.
You see, the Islam that is celebrated is one which opens its doors.
Having this type of dialogue in terms of a community outreach or
something that Muslims have to do is go out just like you do and inviting non-Muslims to the iftar. And you do a lot of speaking to mixed groups.
We have to change the language from us versus them to a language of we.
I believe that if we can stand together against the forces of hatred and be unified in this country, then we can do wonderful things.
Bringing us together to enhance the beauty of humankind.
I think religion can be such a powerful force for unity.
Of course.
We've made it into this powerful force for disunity.
Keep trying to understand each other and care for each other and keep building a world community, because I believe that's what God wants for us all.
And I'm in their mosques and they're in my temple, and it's been a phenomenal experience. I've had a very warm and welcoming experience from all the brothers and sisters in the community.
That every human being is either your brother in faith or brother in humanity.
In Arabic, the word is lita'arafu, so that you will learn to understand one another.
And this is the truth of what it should be. You see, this is why I am so pleased to come here today, to support the work of Al-Hikmat.
The kind of intolerance and the violence that we see across the globe is rooted in ignorance, which we can overcome by teaching.
Yes.
Also rooted in fear, which we can overcome by experiencing, where we can actually live in each other's presence. It's rooted in this myopic kind of my way only, rather than this understanding that maybe all of us have more in common, and at the core of who we are is this truly global family that we belong to.
I'd like to say what a joy and pleasure it is to have Shaikh Shafayat as my friend, as my teacher, as my co-worker in the vineyard of Allah, God, where we work together to make this world a better place, to do God's work, to do the work which we are commanded to do as human beings.
Assalamu alaikum. And Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Who is Who in America on Al-Hikmat TV 24/7 online. It is really indeed a blessing, a pleasure, and an honor to have in Al-Hikmat studio Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali. Yes. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's really a blessing to have you in Al-Hikmat studio.
Yes.
I think we wanted this for many, many, many years, but God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best when is the right time.
Absolutely.
So our viewers out there, I'm sure you're going to really enjoy, learn a lot from this interview today. Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali is the former wife of Muhammad Ali, the world-renowned Muhammad Ali. So we're going to hear today a lot about how she came to meet him. Dr. Ali knew Muhammad Ali before he became Muslim, before he had the name Muhammad Ali. So we're going to learn a lot about how all these things came about, how she met him, when they got married, how they got married, things that you have not read about, things that you have never seen in the movies. So today Al-Hikmat is going to get all this sort of revelation, if I want to put it like that. Am I correct?
Correct.
Now, Dr. Ali, for our viewers, we got viewers worldwide. And I want our viewers to know that whether it's Pakistan, Afghanistan, Africa, East, West, North, and South, our viewers need to know, and I want our viewers worldwide to know, that you're an actor, you're a writer, you're an activist. Dr. Ali has a background very interesting, very unique. Well, she got to be unique to be the wife of Muhammad Ali. Let's put it like that. The way she talk, the way she act, And we know Muhammad Ali is a man that talked and acted. But we learn also that a lot of the talking of Muhammad Ali was some of the words of Dr. Khalilah Ali. So stay tuned, get your friends on air. Let's get on a roll with Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali.
Yes.
So once more, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Brother. Thanks for having you for the first time on your show.
It's really a pleasure to have you
Yes.
on this show. Allah bless you. And I would like to start with a little bit of your background. Because I know a lot of people know a lot about Muhammad Ali.
Of course.
But what they don't know is what you will tell us. How he accepted Islam, before he accepted Islam. However, before that, we would think that you converted to Islam. Did you convert to Islam? I want our viewers to know a little bit about your parents' background, who were Muslims and how you came into Islam, what really happened.
Well, first of all, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, I am so honored to be here.
Thank you, thank you.
The beginning of the year to have such a worldwide Muslim audience too, because I'm always being interviewed by Europeans, Americans, you know, and people from Africa. But to be right here with you, for the Muslim audience and non-Muslim audience.
Yes, we've got a very wide interfaith audience who look at this show also.
I love that. I love being here because of that. I was born Muslim. A lot of people think that I was converted because of Ali, but not really. My mother and father were devout Muslims under the leadership of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Okay.
The Nation of Islam.
So that's how you were
born
Muslims.
in it. Yeah, that's what I was born into.
Because it's your parents who converted to Islam.
It's my parents who converted to Islam.
Good, good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They converted to Islam in the 40s. And I was born in the 50s. And I went to, my first school was only Muslim schools. I went to kindergarten through 12th grade and then graduated valedictorian in the Muslim school. At that time, I had hobbies, you know, in the Muslim school, such as a photographer. I love photography, and I was fortunate to create what you call a yearbook, for the Muslim schools. And that's how I started the photography, and went on to work for the Muslim Journal, the Muslim Muhammad Speaks and the Muslim Journal.
So when you say Muhammad Speaks, you're referring to Elijah Muhammad?
Elijah Muhammad, yes.
At that time?
At that time.
Wow. So Elijah Muhammad, I read a little bit about Elijah Muhammad. You know, when I was in university, I read about Muhammad Ali. And then in that writings, what I read was a little bit about how he converted to Islam with Elijah Muhammad, and then Elijah Muhammad was converted to Islam by someone called Farad Ali. Could you tell us a little bit? Because your parents, as you were saying, yes, they converted to Islam by Elijah Muhammad, but who really converted Elijah Muhammad?
Well, I was told as I was coming up that Master Farad Muhammad influenced Elijah Muhammad into Islam.
And Farad Muhammad, where was he from?
Farad Muhammad was from Karachi, Pakistan.
I don't think a lot of people in the world
They don't know that. Yeah, he was from Karachi, Pakistan.
Because a lot of people have the impression that Elijah Muhammad, if they don't read it, just came up with this Islam, this new world Islam, but not realizing that it's Farad Khan from Pakistan.
Farad from Pakistan.
From Pakistan.
He influenced, they considered him somewhat an angel, and to come to open up his eyes for Islam. After he taught him or gave him some studies, he studied, also he got into it, discovery that Noble Drew Ali was somewhat of the Islamic in America too. So he kind of combined them and studied.
And what year are you talking about here? We're talking about.
Oh, now that I'm a stump on because
that might be in the 40s.
That would 30s,
30s,
40s, and starting around the 30s.
Yeah.
And it was like he was a Christian, so from Savannah, Georgia, and he studied a lot of what was going to the slaves.
Elijah Muhammad.
And he saw the way the slaves were treated. And coming over here on the ship from Africa, kidnapped from Africa and brought to America, and all the things that they made the black men go through in slavery. The way they ate. It was almost like looking at roots all over again. You know, Kunta Kinte, knowing he's from Africa.
Right.
And know he's a Muslim, he couldn't eat pork, the same thing. So Elijah Muhammad developed his own philosophy to make the former slaves.
Is that before he became Muslim or after?
No, he created his own Islamic
laws. So after he became Muslim, he came up with his own philosophy. And his own ideology within what the slaves went through.
Exactly, and put it together.
And that was able to impact the lives of African Americans.
Yes.
And your father, your parents, were among those people in the early days who accepted Islam by Elijah Muhammad.
Exactly.
So that's how you were born Muslim.
That's right.
No, I know you got a very long, deep history, and I would love to do many other shows with you.
Oh, we can do part 2, part 3.
Listen, we got to do that, but this got to be the introduction.
Yes.
Today's show is just the introduction of your life history.
Yeah.
You know.
But you know what? God willing, the book my whole life story should be out hopefully this year.
Yes, you got this special book coming out also.
I don't know.
What's going to be the name of the book?
I knew that was coming. I think at first the working title was The Legacy Behind the Legend. And
the legacy
behind the legend.
Yeah.
I want to.
You're the legacy.
I'm the legacy.
And Muhammad Ali is a legend.
The legend, and we want to keep the legend going. And also, it could be named the real woman behind Ali, and something like that, or the first wife behind Muhammad Ali. Anything that
the real woman behind the real man.
Right, because I'm actually been blessed to be the main ingredient, being his partner, giving him more insight on Islam. The only reason why my name was Belinda at the time, my mother and father didn't know about the names. She just named me after a movie, some movie she saw. But when she got more into Al-Islam and learning about the names and everything, she named all my sisters and brother Islamic names.
Wow, and that's how you got the name Khalilah.
No, I got that after.
Oh.
I got my name. I didn't get my name until after. She gave me Belinda, and my sisters and brother named Rashida and Shahara and Kamawi. They had almost some names, and I just had my name. And so when I found out I could change my name, I've always wanted the Islamic name. And but she said the name is not bad because in Spanish, Belinda means beautiful, and so it has a name, has culture behind it. But by me loving the roots of Islam and the Arabic language, I love it dearly. So I asked Imam Warifdeen Muhammad, I said, please give me a name. I want to change my name. I've always wanted an Islamic name.
Good.
So the first name he named me was Nisa. I said, Nisa. I got the short name Ali. I got Nisa. I didn't feel right about the name. And I go, can you think of something a little bit bigger? I'm a tall woman. I get a little bit of a name.
Yeah.
He said, okay. So we had dinner at his house one day, and there was a lot of diplomats from different countries at the house. And he was the leader at the time. Imam Muhammad Muhammad, and it's called the Muslims in the West. And I was serving him dinner, and when I was about to, it was like a long dining room. When I was about to walk out at the end of the dining room, all the way down to the end of the dining room, he said, "Khalilah." I said, "Yes, sir." And I answered it.
Wow.
I actually answered it. He said, "Khalilah." I said, "Yes, sir." I said, "Why did I say that?" He said, "But now you're your name. You answered it."
Interesting.
And he named me Khalilah, and he taught me how to write it in Arabic.
Yes.
He told me the meaning of it, meaning friend, like
Yes.
Khalilah, Khalilah, or Khalil.
Yeah.
And I felt good with it. I felt that was my name. I felt it.
Wow, that was written for you.
It was written for
So
me.
you were born Muslim. Your parents converted from Christianity to Islam, with Elijah Muhammad. But then, were they Nation of Islam at that time?
There was a Nation of Islam. Then when Elijah Muhammad passed away, his son took over
Right.
and upgraded the realm of Islam to the
Excellent.
Quran.
And that has its own story. That has
It
its
is,
own
but
history.
we'll have that another time.
That's another time. That brings us down to Louis Farrakhan and the whole
Everything.
Nation of
Oh,
Islam.
yeah.
So that's a different world.
Yeah.
But we kind of get away from your background and your legacy with the legend. I like that.
Yes.
So Muhammad Ali, as we were talking before we came on the show, at what age you met him?
You know what? A lot of people would see movies of Muhammad Ali, his life. And every time you see me, you say, well, he met me in a bakery. That's the first thing they show you. But I met, by the time I got to the bakery, we was courting. So I met him when I was 10 years old.
Wow, that's the first
That was
time
the first
you ever saw
I
Muhammad
ever
Ali.
saw him or ever
How
got
old
an
was he?
autograph.
How old was he
He was
then?
18 years old.
Wow.
He was a young Cassius Clay.
And he
Cassius
was still
Marcella.
Christian.
He was still Christian. And he gave me his autograph and said, I'm going to be the heavyweight champion before I'm 21. So get your autographs now because I'm going to be famous. And that brass young boxer got an awakening call. He got a wake-up call because I took the autograph and said, your name is Cassius Clay? I would say, and that's a Roman name. That's not going to get it. And I tore it up, gave it back to him, and said, until you have a Muslim name, you're not going to be famous.
Wow.
And I walked away.
You see, we didn't mention to our audience
Yes.
that you're a very brave woman.
Yes.
You're also a pilot. I didn't tell them that.
Oh, yes.
So when you're a pilot and you're a woman with your background, activist, actor, and the whole 9 yards,
Yes.
we could see where you're coming from
Yeah.
as a 10-year-old girl.
Very
You're
strong.
running to this young guy, 18 years, who's talking about becoming this world champion boxer.
Yeah.
And you're now correcting him about his name because you're a young Muslim.
Yes. And that's very important. Your name is
course.
important.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, your name tells who you are.
So when you told him about that, what did he say?
Oh, he was upset. He was going, what? Really? Really?
So you technically
Technically
introduced this thought of a
his
Muslim name to him.
Oh, it bothered him a lot.
So are we saying that the idea of Muhammad Ali's name,
Yeah.
not only did it come from him when he accepted Islam, but you introduced that thought into him that
Exactly.
this name, Cassius Clay, is not the name you need to be the hero.
That's right. And he was
Wow.
really, and that bothered him for a long time.
I think that's very historic. That
He
needs to go
bothered
down
for-
in the books.
It's it. It's in the book, page 29.
Wow.
Yeah.
So then, I know it's going to be a long time, a long history. So it then started to take its own course, and he decided to accept Islam.
Yeah. He said, oh, yeah, I have to be a Muslim. I mean.
So he knew you before.
Yeah.
He used to talk to you a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Young
would talk to him.
18-year-old
Oh,
boy.
yeah. I was giving him advice as a teenager. But, I was looking at a person, when you're a Muslim and you want to give somebody to think about, you want to give them something that you've learned as a Muslim.
Yes, and remember,
And
Cassius Clay,
Cassius Clay
at that time is in the world with all these different women, all is kind of different, undressed and not dressed.
Yes.
And here when he sees you as a young teenager, and we got to be real.
Yeah.
I mean, in those days,
Yes.
a girl 13, 14 years, teenager, dressed very Muslim,
Yeah, he
looked
was
very mature.
And they was very, and he was very, and also.
And he would have respected you great.
He did. All men respect women who are clothed and everything. They give you nothing but respect. And I gave him nothing but respect by teaching him Islam. So
Wow.
I figure, I said, look, brother, because that's the only thing on your mind when you're greeting people and you're meeting people. You want to give them, they're curious about why you're dressed like that, and they're curious about how you act like that. And you have to explain.
Would I be wrong to say
What?
that you were very influential in the life of Cassius Clay to bringing him in the path? I mean, everything is hidayah from Allah.
Yes.
Hidayah, guidance is from Allah.
Allah.
But
Only.
would I be wrong if I say that God guided you
Yes.
to be a means of guidance to Cassius Clay changing his name to Muhammad Ali and coming into the path of Islam? Because here is he in a world and he's seen this young girl dressed in Islam, dynamic, outspoken, and that started triggering things off his brain.
But you know what? This you have to realize this man was drop dead gorgeous. He was a very handsome man,
Yes.
young man. I mean, drop dead gorgeous. And when somebody tells somebody who's drop dead gorgeous and send you down a peg or two down, and you're not, I wasn't really attracted to him the way he was looking, but I was attracted for this young man to learn his history.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at him as, wow, this man, if he was a Muslim, he would be the most outstanding Muslim in the world.
Wow.
And that was in my mind. So I said, boy, if he become Muslim, I would be so happy that he would be the most greatest Muslim man ever. And
Wow.
this is in my
Wow.
mind
Yeah.
already. So I'm praying to Allah this brother converts to Islam. I'm praying for him to do it. And it seems like every time we have an encounter, he just don't get away with stuff he used to get away with being a drop-dead gorgeous guy.
Because
So
everybody would listen to him.
everybody's tripping.
But you will
but
just
me,
question him.
I talk to him and I walk away. I don't hang around. I leave. And then in my book, chapter 35, I graduated from high school, and one of the brothers, Elijah Muhammad's grandson, brought me home from the prom, but it was late. And because I live way in Blue Island, so I got in by midnight.
So we're talking about Chicago here.
Chicago here.
Yes.
By the time Wally pulls up in front of my father's driveway, he sees Cassius Clay's car there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Muhammad Ali. By that time, he's Muhammad Ali. He said, what's Cassius Clay's car doing? We wasn't used to saying Muhammad Ali. And I says, I don't know. I said, I was with you. How am I supposed to know? I'm with you. So I go in the back and I knock on the door. My father comes to the door. And I said, Dad, why is Cassius Clay or Muhammad Ali's car in my driveway? He said, he's been here all day waiting for you.
Whoa.
And I said, he doesn't have a home to go to. It's midnight. I'm not going to talk to anybody at midnight. And he's in the living room talking to my mother and father. I said,
He's probably having a healthy conversation with them.
Yeah, real heavy. I have no idea what they were talking about.
Mhm.
But I told him, look, Daddy, I don't know where your mind is at right now, but I don't talk to nobody at 12 o'clock. That's not a decent time to talk to anybody. I'm going to bed. So I went to bed. I wake up. That guy's still in the living room.
Whoa.
My mother done gave him a blanket and everything.
No, you kidding.
I said, don't he have a place to live? So he was trying to talk to my father, ask me for my hand in marriage. That's what it was. And I
Wow.
had no clue what was going on. And I said, I know he has a car, but don't he has an apartment or somewhere to live? But I was disturbed by that. So it was very hard. I was hard to get. I wasn't planning to be hard to get. I'm a young virgin girl.
You acted.
I was a young virgin girl. I don't know about these things, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And then you all were brought up in this very respectable manner.
Yeah.
On the
very
nation of
strict.
Islam. Very
strict. And we didn't have boyfriends in those times.
Yeah.
We didn't have a boyfriend or nothing like that. I was a tomboy. I wasn't interested in marrying anybody at that time. So. He came and asked my mom.
And you've got to give Elijah Muhammad credit for that. He
you know what? He really trained us well.
Trained the girls.
Yes.
I mean, especially the women of Nation of Islam.
And we need it here in America.
Respected, and they're so respectable.
Yeah. And you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. When Muhammad Ali and I was actually married and we were traveling the world, and when we went to some of the Muslim countries, I was clothed and my hair covered and everything. They looked at me and they said, you know, and the women say, you know, you're from America and you dress like this? Because they think we're westernized. And that had nothing to do with us.
They think there was no respect.
And if it wasn't for Elijah Muhammad, we wouldn't know that.
Of course, and decency. So you got to give him credit.
Yeah, I give him credit.
He really pioneered that discipline.
But you know what? Everything that he taught us as a children, as far as grooming and manners, we still have that in us.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just that he went into his own philosophy.
That's right. And
that's
it was
what
great.
he did. He did his own philosophy.
He just did his own philosophy.
So tell us a little bit, tell our audience a little bit how he got his name. This name, Muhammad Ali.
But that's in the book, how he really got his name. I can't tell you that on TV.
Oh, you want to keep that a secret.
I had to keep that a secret.
But you knew him. You knew him before.
But actually, he got. I'm gonna be honest with you. The way he got it, it was through my family. When my father has the last name, and it was given from my father's family.
Oh, well,
so
at least
the details.
At least our viewers will know that he was Cassius Clay. He got his name that was given to him by Elijah Muhammad. And Elijah Muhammad took that name. Your father's last name was Ali?
Ali, yes.
Your father's last name was Ali?
Elijah Muhammad gave it to my father, but...
And he wanted to marry Ali's daughter.
It wasn't legalized at the time. So when my father legalized it in 1975, through the law, the land, then we start using Ali. So my father's real name is Sadruddin Ali.
Oh.
And my mother's name is Amina Ali.
Wow. So you have all these details in your book.
Yes.
So yes, I don't think we should release all that information.
On that one, I think they heard about the 10-year-old thing. Maybe not all of it, all over the world, but at least that.
What age were you when you got married to Ali?
I was 17.
17.
17.
And he was what, about
20? He was 20. No, I was 16. No, we met him at 16. I was 17. He was 24.
He was, wow.
24.
That's interesting. That's interesting.
And he didn't say, do you want to be my wife, or would you be my wife? Would you marry me? No.
He just came direct to your parents.
No. He went and had somebody to test to see what I'd say if somebody asked him to marry me. He went to test it.
Oh.
He didn't want me to say no. So I would have said no if he had asked me. So instead of that, he said, you're going to be my wife.
Wow.
Then I said, oh, that's a new approach. So that's why I accepted him.
Definitely. Ali was the man who made that name
Yes.
of, wherever you go in the world and you talk about Muhammad Ali, he was known for his statement.
Yes.
That what he used to say in the ring, what was it?
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Wow.
And that was really true about him.
It is true.
So we got to go on a short break.
Okay.
When we come back, we want you to share with our audience, our worldwide viewers, a little bit of some of the places you have been with Ali, You know, we want people to see a little bit of your photographs with him when you guys got married. We want people, our viewers worldwide, you know, we're talking before, let them see a picture.
Okay.
Speaks 1,000 words.
That's right.
We want them to see some of the people you met, your family, your children with Muhammad Ali.
Okay.
And do a little background on some of these photos of memory lane.
Oh, yes.
So when we
I would
come
love
back,
to.
we will continue with Dr. Khalilah, wife of Muhammad Ali. As she said, the legacy of the legend. And we'll come back and show you some of the photos with her and him and the family and the parents and the whole 9 yards. So thank you for viewing. Stay tuned and we'll continue on something that you have not seen in the movies and something you have not read in the books until her book comes out.
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Fens, the single largest specialty retailer of residential and office furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and household items in Trinidad and Tobago. At Fens, we offer a large selection of high-quality products, honest and reliable service. We are passionate about serving you, and we're proud of the standard of excellence upheld by our knowledgeable staff, friendly delivery teams, and dedicated customer care associates. Visit Fens First, your friendly furniture, appliance, and electronic dealer since 1960.
Al-Hikmat Dawah Service is now offering a special Dubai and Umrah package in December 2019. A 10-day trip from December 9th to December 19th, 2019. Average cost is $3,000. The group will be led by Shaikh Shafayat. For more details, you can contact Al-Hikmat Dawah Services at 954-986-0158 or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com.
When we educate the world, ignorant Muslims as well as non-Muslims, about Islam, the message of the Quran, the lifestyle of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, then those ignorant people and those people with hate out there, we may not be able to convince everyone, but inshallah, bi'idhnillah, we will be able to convince most of them.
Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the believers in the mutual kindness, compassion and sympathy are just like one body. When any part of the body suffers, the whole body feels pain.
We don't wake up and spread this message of Islam and get people to understand the true message of the Quran and the true life pattern and conduct of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, people will have this sort of hate against us. But the world has 1.5 billion Muslims, beautiful masjids. Muslims got everything, but yet you got a lot of haters, and you got a man shooting people on March 15th in New Zealand. These buildings and these schools did not stop that. We got to spread the message to eradicate that hate and that misunderstanding against Islam and Muslims in the world. The beautiful buildings won't do that.
Assalamu alaikum. Allah gives hikmat, wisdom, to whomsoever He wills. And whomsoever is given wisdom is certainly given a lot of good. Only the people of understanding will benefit from the reminder. Tune in to Al-Hikmat TV for khutbahs, lectures, and Islamic reminders. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalamu alaikum and welcome back to Who is Who in America on Al-Hikmat TV 24/7 online. Once more, it is a pleasure and I would like to say a blessing to have with us in Al-Hikmat studio Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali. So as we were saying before we went on the break, You know, we went down a little bit on her life and background, parents, Elijah Muhammad, Muhammad Ali when he was Cassius Clay, when they got married, etc. So now we want to share with you a little bit of some of those photos and those events in the lifetime of Muhammad Ali and Dr. Khalilah Ali, Camacho Ali. Places they went, photos that will bring back memories. And I want to start with this photo and this event that you said that you guys were somewhere together, and then here comes Elvis Presley.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about that.
We was in Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, and it was, I was 18. I had my daughter already, Miriam, and we was going to the hotels. So Muhammad went to the. So
you used to call him Muhammad?
No, I used to call him Ali.
Ali, okay.
Well, I'm just saying Muhammad, but
yeah. What does matter?
At the time, sometimes I say Muhammad, sometimes but I'm the one that calls him Ali all the time, and so everybody else started calling him Ali, because he would only listen when I call him, so they figure they say what I call him, and he'll pay attention. Anyway, so Ali went to the washroom in the Las Vegas hotel. Caesar's Palace it was, and Elvis was walking down the corridor it was very quiet and secluded, and we saw Elvis because they said the celebrity should go this way. It was a celebrity route.
So was there a fight or something? No, you guys.
No, there was no fight. No, we were just there because they was gonna, meet some people in Vegas and everything. Celebrating and everything. They always invite him for different things, and I saw Elvis and I said, Elvis, come here. And he said, what? I said, my husband is tall, and I always thought you were taller than my husband, and I just got to put y'all together against the wall. Yeah. He said, okay, all right. And he didn't know who my husband was. And he was very polite. I had my long dress on and everything, so he was very dignified. And he said, so you want me up against that wall? And I said, yeah, go up against the wall.
And he looked very young at that time.
He was very young, and he was about to start doing a show. So my husband came out of the bathroom and said, here he comes. And Elvis sees Ali and goes, oh my goodness, it's Muhammad Ali. I love this guy. Yeah. And they hugged and everything. And he said, oh my goodness. And Ali was touching his head, saying that real. Yeah. Put him against the wall. And
Elvis is a guy all about his hairstyle. Huh?
And it was like, I love celebrities. So I said, oh my goodness. So I took a picture of that with my Kodak camera.
And you love photography?
I love photography, yeah.
Wow.
Ever since I was a kid, I've always had a camera and taking pictures. But you know what? When you're around celebrities a lot, you don't always think about taking a picture. I always thought about taking a picture with Ali all the time, but I never thought about me taking a picture with him.
Yeah, because you are in that picture, that event, so you're not too much about people taking you, you know. Yeah. Like me, I really never ask anyone to take a photo without a reason, but it's always people who are around, students, friends, so they're taking the photos.
Always.
Because you're always busy into what you're doing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I like this photo, and we're going to show this to our audience.
Oh, yeah.
Here, everyone knows Ali to be this big, bad guy beating people in the ring. Who would think that it takes a little baby to push a bottle in his mouth
and
have him like a baby?
Absolutely.
Where did that happen? In the hospital, at home, or which baby was that?
Oh, that was Miriam. You saw Miriam giving Muhammad Ali. She said, you want me to drink your bottle? Yeah, she put it in his mouth.
So that's your first baby?
That was our first.
She took the bottle and she just pushed it in his mouth. And I like that. He's so humble.
He was very humble.
He stayed back.
But I didn't know what to name her. I love Elijah Muhammad, and I asked him to name my daughter. I said, would you please name my first daughter for me? And he did, and he named her Miriam.
Wow. How many kids you guys had?
We have 4.
4 kids.
We've had a few others at different times. I lost a son once, and I lost a couple of more, and miscarriages.
4 kids.
Yeah, but we had 4 surviving kids.
4 kids, Muhammad Ali, yourself. So some of these photos that we're going to show the audience will be you and the family.
Yes.
And am I correct to say you had a twin? No?
Twin girls, yes.
Twin
Rashida
girls,
and Jamila, yes.
Oh, Rashida and
Jamila.
Jamila.
And you know how I came up with those names?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, my sister's name Rashida. So I named it after my sister. But Ali would always be speaking at lectures, and he would say, you should have beautiful names, like Muslim names, like, Omar, Rashida, Jamila. He always put those two together. Rashida, he actually said Rashima and Jamila. And we found out it was really Rashida. So he said, you should always just have those names. And he always put those two names together. Every time he would give he always give examples.
He liked
for
those
names,
two names.
And he would just say those, he always say those two names together. I said, who do you know is my name Rashida and Jamila? I says, I don't know. I just heard the names, and I always kept them together. So that's why we gave them to the twins, because we had Rashida and Jamila. Yeah.
So you guys had a camp?
Yes.
A camp house or something?
Yeah, a camp. But when he finally got his license back, which I told him he would get back, we went up to Deer Lake, Pennsylvania. There was a friend of ours by the name of Bernie Pollock, and he had a mink farm. And he had a lot of minks and mink coat stores and stuff like that. And he had a lot of land up on the mountains. So somehow we was able to get the land, and I like log cabins, so I said, well, we'll design log cabins. And Ali agreed with that. He said, I like them too. So I kind of helped design the cabins and everything, the mess hall, the main house.
So you guys would go to this cabin on vacations?
Yes, only doing the training.
Oh, doing training.
We live up there doing the training.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. So it saved more money because they spend so much money in hotels. They said it's best to we should get a camp, and it would save money for the deduction from the fight. They spent over $300,000 just in hotel rooms.
Yes.
So this is better because you're training, you can jog, you can eat, you have a mess hall, you can eat.
Of course.
Because we're Muslims, we have to eat, halal food.
Less stress. And
less stress.
You're on your own. In the hotel, it's too much of.
It's too much.
Yeah.
You can be more at home, more relaxed. Like you're at home.
Yes.
And it was great. Great.
So we got a few minutes. We got at least in 2-3 minutes we want to conclude, because I know we are far over our time. We have been going and
got
we've
a lot
been
to talk
talking,
about.
and there are a lot to talk about. And you got a lot about your life. I like that with your book, Legacy Behind the Legend. And then, I still believe that God guided you.
I believe He did too.
God guided you to come into
that.
the life of Muhammad Ali, because you were influential in his name change.
Yes. Influence in the war.
In the war, him coming to Islam.
Yes.
In the whole 9 yards about his life change and the Islam and the Islamic life, all the kids, the family, etc. So what would you like to say in the next couple of seconds? You got a few seconds. You got the last say. Tell our audience. We got a worldwide audience.
First of all, I'd like to say that in my divorce with him, I said, look, I'm not going to be able to be your wife anymore, but I will be your sister, and we're going to be friends. And because we've come a long way together. And so...
How many years were you guys married together? Okay.
10 years. And so he said, okay. So we stayed friends. And everything that he ever did wrong to me, I put it away and threw it away. And just say, may Allah forgive him. And it was very educational. It was very, it was historical making. I mean, I was with a great person, a person who who grew up to be an outstanding Muslim and cared about people.
Yeah.
And Muslims love him all over the world. He was one of the great caliphs that we have today.
Yes.
And he is a very simple person. He was he had a very warm heart. He was very giving.
Of course,
And,
yes.
And that's one thing I can say about him. And I was honored that Allah put us in our past so he could be who he is. And I know without me and the impact that I had on him, he wouldn't be known as who he is now. And I wouldn't be who I am now. So I give a lot that to Allah for blessing us to be a part of the Islamic world and the Islamic life.
Wonderful.
Yes,
Thank
and
you.
I want to continue to carry the legacy of him and also help do more dawah, because believe it or not,
That's why we wanted you in Al Hikmah Dawah Center
yes,
in our Al Hikmah
I love it.
studio.
Love it. This is amazing. This is great to have a TV show like this. I've always seen us having television shows, and to see it in reality is a great feeling. I love the media. It's good to have our own media, and we can be objective and tell the truth.
Of course, of course. We just touched on a couple highlights
Yes.
of your life with Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
And I think that what people did not see in the movies and did not read in books, they will be able to get it in your book.
Yes.
Because, well, whatever, the publishers and the directors in those days had their mission, what they wanted
had
to
their
accomplish.
own mission,
But I think
absolutely.
this might be the true story of the
Yeah.
family life.
Yes,
and
sir.
the Islamic background.
Yes, sir.
Because that plays a major role. How did he come
Major
into
role.
Islam?
Major
When
role.
did he come into Islam? We all hear with Muhammad Ali, that Muslim legend.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
a lot of non-Muslims will not write about what attracted him
Yes.
and what brought him into Islam.
Right.
So thank you very much for being
Thank
on the
you
show.
so much for being
We have
here.
been talking to Dr. Khalilah Camacho Ali, a pilot, an activist. You know, she is a woman of all different career and walks of life, but most unique, she's a legacy of the legend Muhammad Ali.
Yes.
And you will hear more of that in her book when it comes out. But it has been nice talking to you. It has been a blessing to have her in Al Hikmah studio. Stay tuned to Al Hikmah TV 24/7 online. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Since 9/11, there has been a great fear of Islam.
We need Muslims, I always say, to speak up in this
Yes.
country.
Much of our Islamic community is perceived to be insular.
Most Americans have never met a Muslim or are not aware of having met a Muslim.
Most people don't have enough education in terms of what the entirety of Islam represents.
It's very easy to hate someone or to put stereotypes on people that you've never interacted with.
But do you think if Muslims were more integrated in society, in America, in the United States of America, then there would have been less anti-Muslim scenario?
I think it's even more important that our clergy speak up. They are, after all, the moral force in our community.
You see, the Islam that is celebrated is one which opens its doors.
Having this type of dialogue in terms of a community outreach or
Something that Muslims have to do is go out just like you do and inviting non-Muslims to the iftar. And you do a lot of speaking to mixed groups.
We have to change the language from us versus them to a language of we.
I believe that if we can stand together against the forces of hatred and be unified in this country, then we can do wonderful things.
Bringing us together to enhance the beauty of humankind.
I think religion can be such a powerful force for unity.
Of course.
We've made it into this powerful force for disunity.
Keep trying to understand each other and care for each other and keep building a world community, because I believe that that's what God wants for us all.
And I'm in their mosques and they're in my temple, and It's been a phenomenal experience. I've had a very warm and welcoming experience from all the brothers and sisters in the community.
That every human being is either your brother in faith or brother in humanity.
In Arabic, the word is lita'arafu, so that you will learn to understand one another.
And this is the truth of what it should be. You see, this is why I am so pleased to come here today, to support the work of Al-Hikmat.
The kind of intolerance and the violence that we see across the globe is rooted in ignorance, which we can overcome by teaching.
Yes.
Also
Yes.
rooted in fear, which we can overcome by experiencing, where we can actually live in each other's presence. You know, it's rooted in this myopic kind of my way only, rather than this understanding that maybe all of us have more in common, and at the core of who we are is this truly global family that we belong to.
I'd like to say what a joy and pleasure it is to have Shaikh Shafayat as my friend, as my teacher, as my co-worker in the vineyard of Allah, God, where we work together to make this world a better place, to do God's work, to do the work which we are commanded to do as human beings.
Assalamu alaikum. And
all praises are due to Allahu Allah. All praises are due to Allahu Allah. Allahu 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 Allah. Allahu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you would like to dedicate copies of one of these publications as Sadaqah Jariyah, continuous blessings for your parents or dear ones who have passed away, or fi sabilillah, in the path of Allah, please give us a call so we can place your names on these dedicated publications. You can call us at 954-986-0158, or you can also visit us at www.alhikmat.com.
Allah is the creator of different faces. Allah is the creator of all races. Allahu, 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 Allah.
Royal Bengal Trading, importer, exporter, wholesaler of Bangladeshi Indo-Pak groceries and spices. We specialize in various authentic Indian masalas, juices, flours, rices, and spices. We offer exclusive brands as Ocean Pearl, Shan, National, Tilda, Himani, and many, many more. We're located at 36B Caroni Savannah Road, Charlieville, Chaguanas, Trinidad and Tobago. You can call us at 473-4676 or call 476-3117. Email us at wahabdk@gmail.com. Now open Sajida exclusive for all of your Islamic and casual wear. We carry a large selection of silk route and al-karam gowns, scarves, hijabs, hijab pins, and many other accessories. We have exclusive Swarovski gold-filled and sterling silver jewelry. We are located in store 143, Caroni Savannah Road, Charlieville, Chaguanas, located on the opposite side of TNT Chicken Hut. For more info, you can call 328-6682 or 295-5400.
Fens, the single largest specialty retailer of residential and office furniture, consumer electronics, home appliances, and household items in Trinidad and Tobago. At Fens, we offer a large selection of high-quality products, honest and reliable service. We are passionate about serving you, and we're proud of the standard of excellence upheld by our knowledgeable staff, friendly delivery teams, and dedicated customer care associates. Visit Fens First, your friendly furniture, appliance, and electronic dealer since 1960.
Al-Hikmat Dawah Service is now offering a special Dubai and Umrah package in December 2019. A 10-day trip from December 9th to December 19th, 2019. Average cost is $3,000. The group will be led by Shaikh Shafayat. For more details, you can contact Al-Hikmat Dawah Services at 954-986-0158, or you can email us at alhikmat@alhikmat.com.